And at one point, her dad was non-Indian, by the way. He took a shotgun and started beating her mom in the head with it. And when he was done, like, he was satisfied with himself. He just put the gun back on the shelf and went about the rest of his night and fell asleep. Um, so, yeah, nothing was done. According to an article posted on thinkprogress.org, Native American children get post-traumatic stress disorder at the same rate as like troops who return from Iraq and Afghanistan. And this is because they're living in these environments where they'll just see their moms getting beaten by, in some cases it's their father. So they're experiencing the same level of PTSD as people who go to war and come back, which to me is extremely shocking. So these are communities where the rape and sexual assault rates are very high, and now the child suicide rates are climbing. I've just discussed the issue of sexual assaults on these Indian reservation lands. Now I'll talk about why it's gotten like this and what we're doing to try and put an end to it. So the main reason why these crimes have been going on for so long without an end is because of jurisdiction. Back in the day when Indians and settlers were sort of duking it out for who gets what land and who has the right to stay. There were still, like, when the final decisions were made, there were still huge areas of land where both Indians and settlers lived basically right next to each other. You'd have a farm with Indians living, and then right next to them there would be the white man living right next to them, which has basically been the cause of all this these crimes. So Indian law prohibits they're not allowed to punish non-Indian members for these crimes, and just because of this, people will go hunting on Indian land. Like, white men will come hunting and they'll rape a woman, and sometimes they'll go as far as telling the woman, like, okay, I'm not gonna be in trouble for this, and they'll just go about their day. So according to an article on First Peoples Worldwide, the newly reauthorized Violence Against Women Act will give protection to women on the Native American reserves. And in 2013, Obama, he helped sign this act to put it into effect. But the act doesn't go into effect until, fully into effect until March of 2015. And the only thing that it doesn't cover is the child protections. It gives women protections. It gives them ways to cope, programs to cope with what they've been through. A lot of money's being poured into, but it's just not enough. And now, obviously, they know that they've sort of left out kids, so now that they're trying to fix the child exclusion loophole in this argument. So this help that they're getting is the equivalent to the help that somebody would get in the 70s, which is not enough. There's too many victims and not enough nurses and things like that to help them get through what they've been through. So now you know about what our government has done, which leads us to our conclusion. So first I discussed the issue that has been growing for years in Native American reservations. Then I discussed how it has gone this far and what we've done to stop this. Imagine